This session we are going to discuss profit and loss for CAT 2021. So before we start, please everyone mark your presence. Hello everyone, hello. Please everyone mark your presence. Okay, so first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Ajay Sareen. I am quant and DILR expert. I am having 16 plus years of experience teaching for CAT, GMAT, GRE and other competitive examinations. I am a 100 percentiler in quant and DI section of CAT 2014. And more or less every year I get scores like 199.99 percentile whenever I appear. I have mentored more than 30,000 students till date. So if you want to watch all my videos, kindly follow me up on Gradeup. So on Gradeup app, you just need to search Ajay Sareen and you will find my profile. So just click on the follow up button and then you can watch all my videos whenever they come live. All right. So I will help you get 99 plus percentile for very sure. Hello, hi. So let's start solving questions based on profit and profit, loss and discount. In question number 1, it says the manufacturer of a table sells it to a wholesaler dealer at a profit of 10%. So one is manufacturer and the other is wholesaler. So manufacturer sold it to wholesaler at a profit of 10%. The wholesaler sells the table to a retailer at a profit of 30%. Finally, the retailer sells it to a customer at a profit of 50%. If the customer pays rupee 4290 for the table, then its manufacturing cost is. In order to solve this question, we can assume manufacturing cost to be X. As there was a profit of 10% initially, so the multiplying factor comes out to be 1.1. Then there was a profit of 30%, multiplying factor is 1.3. Then there is a profit of 50%, multiplying factor is 1.5. So this is the final selling price of the retailer, which is being sold at 4290. So we just need to solve this equation for the value of X, which comes out to be 4290 divided by 11 into 13 into 15. So these three decimal places will give me 1000 in the numerator. So let's cancel out by 11 first. So 11 times 3 is 33, right? So leftover is 99. 11 times 9 is 99. So leftover is 390. So now 13 3s are 39. So it is 30. 15 2s are 30. So the value of X comes out to be 2000, which is nothing but the manufacturing cost of the table. So answer comes out to be B. So guys, please check it out. So a very easy question. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Okay, so let's move on. In question number 2, he says a cloth merchant sell fabric at a profit of 10%. If there is wastage of 0.5 meter fabric after the sale of every 10 meter fabric, then find the net profit percentage. So 0.5 meter fabric is getting wasted when you are selling 10 meter of fabric. So the loss here will be 0.5 upon 10 into 100%. So 0 get cancelled out. 0.5 into 10 comes out to be a loss of 5%. On one side, you are incurring a profit of 10%. On the other side, there is a loss of 5%. The net profit or loss percentage will be given by the successive percentage change of these two. So if there is a profit of A% and loss of B%, net profit percentage will be A minus B minus A into B upon 100. So just put the values 10 minus 5 minus 10 into 5 upon 100 comes out to be this 0 get cancelled out. 5 upon 10 is 0.5, which makes it 5.5. So 10 minus 5.5 is 4.5%. Hence the correct answer option is D. So please check it out. Another very easy question based on percentages, profit loss discount. A very standard question which usually comes in different exams. And very important question to build the concept of successive percentage change. Here it says a shopkeeper buys pencils at 3 for rupee 2. So 3 pencils are bought in rupee 2 and the equal number at 5 for rupee 3. So both these are cost of different lots and sells whole at 6 pencils for rupee 5. So this is the selling price. So find his gain or loss percentage. So the condition given to me is that the number of pencils are same. In order to make them same, let's take LCM of 3 and 5, which is 15. So make both the values 15. So here we can say cost of 15 pencils will be 2 into 5, which is 10. And here cost of 15 pencils will be 3 into 3, which is 9. So total pencils purchased are 15 plus 15, which are 30 in number. In order to calculate profit or loss percent, we are required selling price of 30 pencils. So 5 into 6 is 30 and 5 into 5 comes out to be 25. So the selling price given to me is 25 and the total cost will be 10 plus 9, which is 19. So in this case, profit or loss percent is given by difference of selling and cost price, which is 6, divided by cost, which is 19 into 100. So in order to solve it, if we are comfortable with the value of 1 by 19, job is very easy. So 1 by 19 is equivalent to 5.26%. Right? So we just need to multiply it with 6 and we can see 6 2s are 12. Right? So 1 will be carried, 30 plus 1 is 31. So my answer will be 31.5% profit. So you again need not multiply entire values, right? You can do a bit of approximation because one is starting with 31, other with 32, 30 and 30. So my answer is starting with 31, so answer is C. Right. In fourth it says Ravi bought a bullock and a carriage for rupee 3,000. So the cost, so the purchase price is basically the cost of both of these is given to me. It is 3,000. Okay, so it is the total cost. So if cost of bullock is, let's say, X, then the cost of carriage will be 3,000 minus X. So that is the total cost given to me. He sold the bullock at a gain of 10%. So selling price of bullock comes out to be 1.1x. And the cart at a loss of 5%. So a loss of 5% means multiplying factor is 0.95 into 3,000 minus x. Thereby gaining 22% on the whole. As your cost is a total of 3,000, so your selling price will be 1.02 into 3,000. As we know, this plus this is the total selling price, which must be equivalent to 1.02 into 3,000. Now we just need to do the maths to find the value of x. So it gives me 1.1x plus 0.95 into 3,000 minus 0.95 into x equal 1.02 into 3,000. So when we will take this term on the other side, we can take 3,000 common out of these two. Alright, so 3,000 into 1.02 minus 0.95 comes out to be 0.07. And on the left hand side, 1.1 minus 0.95 comes out to be 0.15x. So x comes out to be these two decimal places get sorted out. It is equivalent to 15 2s are 30, which is 200 into 7 comes out to be 1400. And in the question, he is asking the cost at which Ravi bought the bullock is 1400 rupees. So Let's move on to fifth. In a market, the price of medium quality mangoes, so I'm writing it as medium quality MQM, and other is good mangoes, so I'm writing it as GM. So let's say if the price of good mangoes is 2x, the price of medium quality is half of it, which is x. A shopkeeper buys 80 kg of good mangoes and 40 kg of medium quality mangoes from the market, and then sells all these at a common price, which is 10% less than the price at which he bought the good ones. So he bought the good ones at the rate of 2x, and now he is going to sell entire lot at a price which is 10% less than this, right? So to make our job easier, because all are going to be percentage changes, we can assume it to be 20, and this comes out to be half of it, which is 10. So selling price is 10% less than this, which is rupee 18 per kg, right? So his overall profit will be overall selling price and overall cost price is required. So these 40 kg are costing rupee 10 per kg, so the overall cost will be 400. And here overall cost will be 18 to 20, which is 1600, which gives me overall cost as 400 plus 1600, which is 2000. And overall selling price comes out to be 18 times 40 plus 80, which is 120 kg is to be sold, right? So in this case, if we multiply 18 and 12, they result in 2160. So the profit or loss will be difference of these two, which is 160, divided by cost, which is 2000 multiplied by 100. So two zeros get cancelled out here, 1 0 get cancelled out here, 2 times 8 is 16, so the answer comes out to be B, which is 8%. So please check it out, guys. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Right. So in 60 says the selling price of 3 pence is equal to cost of 5 pence. So selling price of 3 pence equal cost of 5 pence. The mark price of 3 pence is equal to selling price of 5 pence. The cost price is what percentage of mark price? So guys, let's assume if cost of one article is rupee 15. So can I say cost of 5 articles will be 15 into 5, which is 75. Now this is nothing but selling price of 3 articles. So if selling price of 3 articles is 75, so selling price of one article comes out to be 75 upon 3, which is 25. As we are required selling price of 5 articles, that must be 125, which is nothing but mark price of 3 articles. So mark price of one article comes out to be 125 upon 3, and cost of one article is 15. Question says the cost is what percentage of mark price? So 15 divided by 125 by 3. So 3 will go to the numerator, multiply by 100 gives me the required answer. So 25 into 4 is 100, 25 into 5 is 125, 5 3s are 15, 3 into 3 9, 9 into 4 36% will be the required answer. So we just need to build the chain for solving this particular question. Right, so you can assume a value like rupee 1 as well. So in that case, we might need to deal with fractions. So this way we were able to sort out majority of the fractional values. Right. Here it says Ajay sold his cycle at a loss of 9%. If he sold it for rupees 75 more, so let's say cost of the cycle is X, or rather let it be 100x, that will make our calculation a little easier. So if it is sold at a loss of 9%, it means selling price must be 91x. If you sell it for 75 more, which means 91x plus 75 now, he would have made a profit of 16% on cost, which means then selling price would have been 116x. Find the cost of the cycle. So this equation will enable me to find the value of x. So 116 minus 91. comes out to be 25x, which is 75. So x comes out to be 3. So if x is 3, cost of the cycle comes out to be 100 times 3, which is rupee 300, hence option B. In 8th, he says a shopkeeper sold a TV set for rupee 17940. So selling price is given to me 17,940 with a discount of 8% and earned profit of 19.6%. What would have been the percentage of profits earned if no discount was offered? In any case, if discount is not offered, then your profit percentage is always equivalent to markup percentage. Now this value is nowhere required. We just need to deal with these two values to find markup percentage. So markup percentage minus discount minus M into D upon 100 is always equivalent to your profit or loss percent. So the value of D and profit is given to me. So M minus 8 minus M into 8 upon 100 equals 19.6%. So this 8 will get added to 19.6 and right hand side becomes 27.6 and left hand side comes out to be 4 to the 8, 4 into 25 is 100, M minus 2M upon 25 is 23, M upon 25. So let's simplify it. So M comes out to be 25 into 276 upon 10 and here it will be 23. So 23 guys gets cancelled out here. 23 times 1 is 23. 23 2s are 46. 5 5s are 25. 5 2s are 10. 2 6 are 12. So 5 into 6 answer comes out to be 30%. So in this case, whatever the selling price is given to me plays no role here. And we can make our job easier if we just work with M minus D minus M into D upon 100 equal profit or loss percentage. And this is the result of successive percentage change. Please keep it in mind. Here it says a watch dealer incurs an expense rupee 150 for producing every watch. So production cost is given to me. It is rupee 150 for each watch. He also incurs an additional expenditure of rupee 30,000, which is independent of the number of watches produced. So guys, this is going to be your fixed expenditure. If he is able to sell a watch during the season, he sells it for 250. So in season, he will sell it for 250. So this is the selling price again per watch. If he fails to do so, he has to sell each watch for rupee 100. So off season, we can say selling price will be rupee 100 per watch. So question number 1 says if he is able to sell only 1200 out of 1500 watches he has made in the season, then he has made a profit of. So we are required the value. So the cost incurred in this case will be 30,000, it being fixed cost, plus rupee 150 per watch. As there are a total of 1500 watches, so this is going to be the total cost incurred. And the selling price will be equivalent to, for 1200 watches, he is going to sell them in 250. And the remaining 300 watches are to be sold in just rupee 100. In order to calculate the profit or loss, it will be difference of these two. Selling minus cost upon cost into 100. But as we can see, we can maybe cancel out a lot of values in the numerator denominator. Instead of multiplying and subtracting, better would be if I take it as S upon C minus 1 into 100. That will make our job slightly easier. So the value that we can take common here is straightways 00 and 10. We can see 3 zeros can be taken out common. All right. So again here these 3 zeros can be easily taken out common. Along with that, we can also take 3 common, right, in both the cases. So the ratio between selling price and cost price will be, if I take 3000 common in selling price, so the 3 zeros are taken care of. So here leftover is 30, and here leftover is 4 into 25, which is 100, which makes it 130. Divided by, again, when you take 3000 common here, so here leftover will be 10, and here leftover is 5 into 15, which is 75, which makes it a total of 85 minus 1 into 100. So 3000 gets cancelled out here, and among these two, again, we can cancel out 5, right? So it gives me 5 times 1, 5 times 7, 5 times 2, 5 times 6. So 26 minus 17 comes out to be, rather, we are required only profit value. We are calculating profit percentage, which was anyhow not required, but still let's do it now as we have done it. It is equivalent to 9 by 17 into 100%. In order to calculate only profit, we need to subtract these two values. Selling minus cost comes out to be 1200 into 250 plus 300 into 100 is 30,000, minus it will be 30,000 minus 150 into 1500. So these values get cancelled out, right? Again, to make calculations easier, we can take 3 zeros common out of these two, right? And on the other side, we can also take 1 3 common. So 3000, when we take common out of these two, here leftover is 4 into 25, which is 100, and there leftover is 5 into 15, which is 75, results in 25. So 25 into 3000, answer comes out to be 75,000. So let's move on to next. Here it says, if he produces 1500 watches now, what is the number of watches that he must sell during the season in order to break even, such that your selling price is equivalent to cost price, given that he is able to sell all the watches produced? So as it is given to me that the cost is 30,000 plus rupee 150 per watch, and there are 1500 watches. So because we are talking about break even now, so your selling price will be equivalent to cost price. So this selling price must be equivalent to, if you have sold X watches at the rate of 250, right? Then the total revenue incurred will be X into 250, and remaining 1500 minus X watches must be sold at rupee 100. So that will be 1500 minus X into 100, and the two values must be equal. He is asking what is the number of watches he must sell during the season in order to break even. So we have to find the value of X in this case. So it will enable me to find the value of X. So let's open the brackets and simplify. All right. So 30,000. So 15 into 15 is 15 square, which is 225, followed by 3 zeros, equals 250x plus 1500 into 100 will be 15 followed by 4 zeros, which is 1.5 lakhs, minus it is 100x. Now 250 minus 100 comes out to be 150x, which equals 2,25,000 plus 30,000 is 2,55,000, minus it will be 1,50,000. Difference of these two comes out to be 1,05,000, which is going to be the value of X now, 1,05,000 upon 150, 0 get cancelled out, right? So 15 times 7 is 105. So X comes out to be 700. So guys, the correct answer option will be B. Right, Purushottam, right, Anup. So I will reduce my speed If you guys feel it's a bit fast, we will reduce it. Okay, so let's move on to next question. Here it says if Fatima sells 60 identical toys at a 40% discount on the printed price, then she makes a profit of 20%. 10 of these toys are destroyed in fire, while selling the rest. How much discount should be given on the printed price so that she can make the same amount of profit? Right, so let's assume some cost price and some values here. Let's assume cost price of the article is rupee 1000. You are making a profit of 20%, which means selling price must be 1200 in this case. And 1200 is the selling price after giving a discount of 40%. So mark price will be 1200 divided by 40%, right, which comes out to be 2000. So right now, if I am making a profit of rupee 1000 per article, per toy, right? So when I am going to sell 60 toys, the total profit, can I say, will be 60 into 1000, which is rupees 60,000. But 10 toys got destroyed. Now I am having only 50 toys with me, right? So the mark price of 50 toys is still rupee 2000 each. Question says, what percentage discount should be offered such that still we make an overall profit of 60,000? So we need to calculate mark price and overall cost price right now, right? So for 50 articles, your cost is going to be a total of 50,000 and your mark price is going to be a total of 2000 into 50, which is rupee 1 lakh. Guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Is it done? Adobe, Purushottam, is this part clear? Okay, so let's move on. So now in this case, your mark price is 1 lakh and your cost comes out to be 50,000. If you are looking forward to a profit of 60,000 rupees, which we had earlier, 60 into 1000 was 60,000, right? So we can clearly see such a profit is not possible here, because when you add 60,000 to 50,000, the sum comes out to be 1,10,000, and no change is given to me in this case in the mark price value. Oh, sorry, we did a mistake here. The profit was not this much, profit was only 200. So we did a mistake here. Let's rectify. So profit is selling minus cost. By mistake, I took difference of these two. So profit is 200 per toy. So 60 into 200 is the overall profit, which is 12,000. So let's rectify. Now on this 50,000, we have to make a profit of 12,000, which means right now the selling price must be 50,000 plus 12,000, which is 62,000. So the total mark price of articles is 1 lakh and selling price is now 62,000. So what should be the discount percent offered? So discount offered in this case will be the difference of these two upon mark price into 100. So difference of these two comes out to be 38,000 upon 1 lakh into 100. So these three zeros got cancelled out here, two zeros got cancelled out here. So answer comes out to be 38%. So this must be 38 now. So right answer option will be D. Okay, now in 12th it says if a seller gives a discount of 15% on retail price, she still makes a profit of 2%. Which of the following ensures that she makes a profit of 20%? So in order to get a profit of 20%, first of all, we must observe the markup percentage. So markup minus discount minus markup into discount upon 100 equal profit percent, which is 2. So 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 2 is 10. M minus 3M upon 20 comes out to be 17M upon 20, which is equivalent to 15 plus 2, 17. So M comes out to be a total of 20%. As there is a markup of 20%, and you are looking forward to a profit of 20%. That is possible if and only if no discount is offered, which means you need to sell it at the retail price itself. So the right answer option comes out to be D. So here it says a stockist wants to make some profit by selling sugar. He contemplates about various methods. Which of the following would maximize his profit? So first one says sell sugar at 10% profit. So it straightway gives me a profit of 10%, right? Second method says use 900 grams of weight instead of 1 kg. So if you are using 900 grams of weight instead of 1 kg, in that case you are making profit of 100 grams of sugar on sale of 900 grams. So the profit percentage will be 100 upon 900, which is 1 by 9 equal 11.11%. So obviously now the profit in second case we can clearly see is better as compared to first. So 1 will be ruled out. So then option A is definitely ruled out. Let's check 3. Mix 10% impurities in sugar and selling sugar at cost price. So the amount, the percentage of impurities added in sugar will always gives you profit equivalent to the very same value. So in this case, profit is also equivalent to 10% because you are selling it at cost price, right? So 3 is also ruled out. Hence option A and option C are ruled out. And D says profits are same in all cases. That is also ruled out. So the right answer option comes out to be 2, which is for very, very sure now. So you need not study the fourth one. Here it says a company purchases components A and B from Germany and USA respectively. So A is coming from Germany and B is coming from US. A and B form 30 and 50% of the total production cost. So let's say if the total production cost is 100x, then the share of A will be 30%, which is 30x. Share of B will be 50% of 100, which is 50x. Current gain is 20%. So on this total production cost, there is a gain of 20%, which means the selling price must be 120x. Due to change in the international scenario, cost of German mark increased by 30%. So 30% of 30x comes out to be 9. So there is increase of 9x, which makes it 39x. And that of USA dollar increased by 22%. Okay, so he says German currency increases, not this value. So initially, let's say if we were paying rupees X against 1 mark, right? Now he says that the German mark increased by 30%, which means now we have to pay 1.3x rupees for each mark. And that of US dollar increased by 22%. If the US dollar, so if we were paying rupee by for each dollar, now the value of dollar increased by 22%, so we have to pay rupee 1.22y for each dollar. The selling price cannot be increased beyond 10%. So you can increase this value by 10%. So the new selling price will be 1.1 into 120, which comes out to be 132x. So in 14th he says, what is the maximum current gain possible? So the maximum term is irrelevant here. We just need to calculate the cost here, right? So please keep in mind these two comprises of 80% of the total production cost, 30% and 50%, right? Initially in X rupees we were able to purchase 1 mark, but now we have to spend 1.3 rupee to purchase 1 mark, right? Which means the value is going to change now, right? So here the amount to be paid will be 30% more than this, which will be 1.3 times of this, which comes out to be 39x. And it comes out to be 22% more than this, which comes out to be 11x of this, which is 61x. Now, the total cost incurred of this 80% production cost will be 39 plus 61, which comes out to be 100x. So the overall production cost now will be 100x upon 80%. So this get cancelled out, 20 into 4, 20 into 5, 4 into 25 comes out to be 125x. Now the new cost price is 125x. So the profit will be difference of these two, which is 7x upon cost, which is 125 into 100. So 25 into 5, 25 into 4, 7 into 4 is 28 upon 5%. So 5 5s are 25, leftover is 30. So 5 6 are 30, answer comes out to be 5.6%. Anyhow, again, options are wrong here. So please check it out. So here it says if the US dollar becomes cheap by 12% over its original cost and the German mark increased by 20%, what will be the gain? The selling price is not altered. So it is again based on the same question, can be done easily, but we need to check its answer options also. So guys, let's keep it this much. So you can save back on CAT and MBA green card. So there is a 6-month validity in just rupees 1299 and 3 months validity in just rupees 799. Ongoing and upcoming courses for CAT 2021, we have just started with a comprehensive course. It is our 3rd batch, which started on 9th of November. So if you are targeting CAT 2021, you can enroll in this particular batch. For CAT 2020 and other MBA exams, you can enroll in this batch, which is specifically targeting IFT, TISNET, CMAT, MAT, and Maharashtra CT. GK and current affairs are integral part of all exams other than CAT, so they are also being covered in this entire series. You need to subscribe to Gradeup Super, which will give you unlimited access to all structured live courses and mock test. So Pranav, Jatin, Vikas, Vijay, Ashish, Savitri, all are your mentors. Sonojam, Adant, Ajay Sareen, Tapesh, Vikrant, Saral, Anurag, all are your mentors. So 6 of us are 100 percentile in respective areas, and all others are more or less 99.9 plus percentiles. So we all wish you very best, guys. So do well in CAT this year, those who are appearing, right? Those who are planning it next year, please join Gradeup team to take full advantage of your preparation strategy at the peak level. Right. So please keep practicing topic wise quizzes, keep attending live classes. Thank you.